This foldable is a review to graphing lines, and what we're going to do is fold it over towards the middle line. We have M is equal to 2 and B is equal to 1, and that's given the slope or the movement, and B is the Y-intercept or the beginning. So we start here on this side, and the Y-intercept means that you're going to cross the Y-axis. So you're going to go on 1 on the Y-axis. Then 2 means how you're going to move. This positive 2 means that you're going to move up 2. And then if you don't see a denominator, it will be 1, and you're going to move to the right. So up 2, 1, 2, and 1 to the right. You can connect the points now. Make sure that your line goes across the graph and it has arrows to indicate that it keeps going. If anything is 0, we still kind of work the same way. The B is the starting point, or the Y-intercept, the beginning. And this time it's going to be at -4. 1, 2, 3, 4, where it crosses the Y-axis at 4. And then it says it doesn't move. That's left or right. But remember what I mentioned is that if you can't see the denominator, it is 1 and it goes to the right. So from here we don't move up and down, but we go 1 to the right. We don't move up and down, but we can go 1 to the right. Okay, and then we have the arrows to indicate how the line goes. Rearranging the form. Remember what the form we want is y is equal to mx plus b. That would tell us the beginning and the movement or the slope. So for this one, we would have to subtract 2x from both sides. I don't line them up because these two don't go together. This one does not have an x, and we can't combine like terms. So your answer is y is equal to. People can write 3 minus 2x, but to keep it in the correct form, we're going to write negative 2x, since minus and negatives are interchangeable, and write plus 3 because 3 was positive. And then we have, as similar, we have the b, which is a positive 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to move down 2 because it's negative, and 1 to the right because we can't see a denominator. So 1, 2, and 1 to the right. This next one is when you're given a graph, we can also go in reverse and write the equation of the line. I'm going to write y is equal to mx plus b because that's the form we want. I always start from here. That's your beginning. So it says that the y-intercept is a positive 2, so you write plus 2. Still need the x, and in front of the x, you're going to write the slope. This one went up 1 and to the right 2, so 1 over 2. Still have an equal sign, and it's still equal to y. So on the inside, we just have a little bit more practice. 1/2 of the slope would mean that you move up 1 and to the right 2, but you start at the -3, and that's your starting point, -3. 1, 2, 3, up 1 and over 2, 1, 2. Connect the dots. Should go outside the graph and make the arrows. On this one, we start at the positive 2, 1, 2. This means that we're going to go down 3 and to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, and to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect the dots. And that's your line. For the next one, we have that y-intercept is 0. That means we start at the origin, 0, 0. And then we still need to move down 2 and to the right 1 because if you can't see the denominator, it's 1. So 1, 2, and to the right 1. And the arrowheads. When slope is 0, remember you're not going to move anything up and down, but you are going to go 1 to the right. And would you start at the 3? So 1, 2, 3. No up and down, but 1 to the right. No up and down, but 1 to the right. All right, the next ones we're rearranging or solving for y. We're going to subtract 2x from both sides. Remember, I don't line them up because they do not go together. I have 3y is equal to negative 2x because the minus 2x right here. And then plus 6 because 6 was positive. Then we're going to divide by 3 to everything. That gives my equation is y is equal to a negative 2/3 x plus 2. That means that we start at the positive 2, 1, 2. Go down 2 and to the right 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. The next one is similar. We're going to subtract 5x from both sides. We have 4y is equal to 8 minus, let's fix this. We don't want to line it up because it does not like terms, so we can't combine them. We want to write the x first, so minus 5x plus 8, and then we're going to divide by 4 to everything. Divide by 4, divide by 4. And since I ran out of space, I'm going to write it down here. Your equation is y is equal to negative 5/4 x plus 2. That means down 5 and to the right 4. We start at the positive 2, 1, 2. Down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When we have equations, we're just kind of working in the reverse. And like I mentioned, I do y is equal to mx plus b. So I start at the beginning. This one's a positive 1. How we move is up 1 and to the right 2. So our slope is 1 over 2. It still equals y. Y is equal to mx plus b. This one is at the negative 1, so we write minus 1. It still has the x. How did it move? It looks like down 1 to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. It still equals y. Here we can simplify this equation, though. We don't need to write it this way. We could write y is equal to negative x minus 1. And we need to understand that that's the exact same answer as this. For the last one, y is equal to mx plus b. 1, 2, 3. Negative 3 is your beginning. You still have the x. How did it move? It looks like down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. And it still equals y.